Hello, I'm Oli Garcia. Today we're going to be making an attempt at fixing my Galaxy or Samsung Galaxy S6. The first thing we want to do is take out the card. Just insert something that fits in that hole. You push down, it should pop up. Let's try that again. There we go. There's the card. And this is the holder, the frame for the card. Next thing we want to do is access the screws which are behind the back panel. We're going to need a heat gun for that. And I have my heat gun right here. And it should be hot to the touch. Okay, I'm gonna have to use this blade. There we go. Probably not a good idea. I think I scratched it a little bit, but I got it in there. Oh, I broke it. Let's keep going. So now you know not to pry too hard. Now it comes off. Oh, nothing good comes easy. That's the back part. Now there's some screws here. And I went and got some tweezers in order to grab some of these screws. They get stuck underneath the glue and they don't want to come up. So tweezers should help. There we go. Make sure you get all 13 before you continue. Okay, so we got all the screws out that are holding the back part to the front, or the frame to the front. Now we're going to separate. We want to separate the glass or the front from the frame. Okay, here we go. Alright, that came out pretty easy. There we go. Alright. There we go. Nothing loose in there. Alright, so we got here that are breaking this little thing. We got the battery, and we got the connection for the battery right next to the camera. I'm going to take this connection out of here. Just pop right off. And then should be able to pry the battery off of here. heat it up a little bit. See if it'll release. There we go. All right, that glue's on there pretty good. All right, I didn't think to check the new LCD before disconnecting the battery, so I'm going to put the battery back on temporarily. Should snap right back in there. Come on, baby. There we go. I'm going to disconnect the LCD, which is right here. And then I'm going to connect the new LCD so I can check this. Make sure it's working before I. Now, the two little buttons that you got to touch are the two that are closest together. And if you touch them and they don't come on, you touch them again 2 times. 1, 2. So what? We got 24 emails and a bunch of drop calls. The other thing you got to look at is that you don't have a red light over here. If you have a red light, then there's an issue. There's something not connected right. Let's take this bad boy off of here. Take the battery out. Take the screen out. All right, the next thing that I'm going to do here is take the battery back off. Now, I saw a video where the guy didn't take off the battery, so I don't know. It's up to you whether you want to take the battery out of there. I think if you disconnect the battery, you can get this board out. Let's just get it out of the way. Let's disconnect this one here. This one here. And the camera. Speaker. I think that's a speaker. And I think that does it. So I don't know if you can see here, there's a plug right here on the back side. There we go. Now this one is plugged on the front side. I didn't see this one. There we go. Got the board out. Okay, the next thing is we got to pop off the glass. I'm going to heat it up because there's glue all around this, but I'm not going to heat it up so much that it's going to burn my hand. So I got my heat gun right here. We'll turn it on hot, and if it gets too hot for my hand, then that's hot enough. And that's getting hot where I'm starting not to be able to hold it. And we want to get in between the glass and the board here. I don't know if you can see that. Pretty hard to see. And you want to go all the way around it. Be careful not to damage the speaker as you go around it. It's hard to show it, but actually I'm seeing the cracks now that I couldn't see before on the glass. Either that or I just cracked it. Here's where the card might come in handy. If you have a playing card, might be able to stick it in there a little further. There we go. See that? Take your time doing this, because you get anxious and you try to go fast, you end up breaking something else. You just want to get at the glue right here that's all the way around it. And it looks like I got between the LCD and the glass. So I don't want to be there. I want to be behind the LCD. I was getting between the glass and the LCD. I want to get behind the LCD, so I managed to get the LCD back over here so you can't see the card. I managed to get it in pretty far, almost to the other side. So there's glue all the way around this. That button right there is still stuck, so I'm going to heat it a little more. There we go. Alright, so we got the glass, and the glass does have cracks. You can barely see it. So let me discard that. Now we got to get the LED, which was the whole problem. There we go. This is the LED. This little thing here is part of the LED, so that's got to go to the other side. And then you got to get behind it. There we go. There we go. And this glue here, I guess I got in between it. But I think that should come out with it also. There we go. If you can get all that glue out, it's going to save you a lot of headaches. Not having to clean it. Oh well. There's the LCD. Let's see if we can peel this glue off without it coming out apart. There we go. That wasn't too bad. Only got a little bitty piece right there left. Let's scrape that off. Okay, so I got a little rag with a little bit of fingernail polish remover or acetone. And we'll use that because this glue was not coming out. Soften it up. There we go. I don't know if you can see that. Heat it up a little bit and it's coming. You gotta roll it up off the edge. There we go. So you just gotta work it until you get it out far enough where you can grab it. I made it into a string. You should be able to peel it off. There we go. There we go. Wipe this down a little bit. Okay, the fun part. This has got, the LCD comes with a protective plastic right here that protects the glue, and right here somewhere. There we go. Now, next step is I want to line up this part right here, and you got to line it up to the grill, but I realized the grill for the speaker's not there, so here's my glass, my old glass, and that's where the grill is. So we got to get it. There we go. Because this is what's going to line us up when we put the other screen. The grill has two edges, a longer one and a shorter one. The longer one goes towards the top of the phone. That grill goes right here. I don't know if you can see that. That little grill right there for the speaker. There we go. Once you got that lined up, make sure it's straight. That's what's going to line up your screen, so it's got to be in there straight. It's just a grill for the speaker. That looks good. All right, now we're ready. Once that grill's in place, lined up, and you gotta line up this button. It's a little bit off. There we go. Snap it in place, and that's it. That's the hard part. All we gotta do is put it back together. Board. Okay, you got to remember that this is on the opposite side. So put that one back down. Remember, make sure that there's nothing in the way. Something's not right. This one's underneath here. We got to get it out. All right. Make sure you put the antennas, the wire, right back in that little. You have a little slot, little channel. They run on that channel. And if you get them in that channel, they should hover right over where the clip is. And you got to apply a little bit of pressure. There we go. All right, so we got the antenna cables in, and we have that other little wire on right there. Next, we're going to put the LCD cable in right there. Should just fold over and snap in place. Notice I'm working on a clockwise, you know, make sure that I don't miss anything. The camera. And then the microphone. Okay, took the microphone back off. So I noticed that this piece here was sticking out like that, and it was overlapping, and you can't hardly even see this. There's a little lip right here on the edge. You need to be underneath that. There you go. Once you're underneath, this is square. Little details, and we'll snap this back in place. There we go. Okay, I think we're ready to put this in the battery. The battery has some glue here, but I think we don't need that. I do have double-sided tape, but there we go. I'm going to snap right in. Battery's in place, and make sure we get the buttons. All the buttons are in place, and we started from the top, took the bottom out. So we're going to go opposite. We'll start from the bottom. Make sure that the charger is lining up. Everything looks good. Give it a little squeeze, a little bit at a time. These buttons need to come up and over. This side fell in place. That grill is not lining up. What happened there? Oh well, that was part of the initial. I don't know what happened, but I didn't line it up right, I think. Let's give it a little push. There we go. Kind of just pushed it over a little bit, and it fell into place. And it looks good. Just turn it on and see what happens. Let's put the card back in. The card is not receiving it really good. There we go. Looks like it's smooth all the way around. And let's turn it on. Voila. Blue button is good. Red, no good. Now, I got to go on eBay and order another one of these. Did a number on that one. Well, School of Hard Knocks. That's how you learn. The last thing we have to do here is put these screws back together. It's 13, so we got 13 out, and we got to make sure we put 13 back in. And we'll start on one end. We'll work our way around. Don't over tighten it, just put them in place. One. After you put them all in place, Just give them a little bit of a turn, not too much, just the way you feel they get snug. I'm getting a lot of emails. That does it. Did tighten this one. Yeah. All right. All right, so I'm going to put the backing back on just to protect this from getting scratched. I already got some scratches on it. We got to make sure that this is even here. Take some of this excess glue off. I'm just going to overlay it like that. I'm not even going to snap it in place. Put some tape on it, and when the other one comes in, I'll just be able to take that off and snap it in place. Well, I got the phone working. My first time doing this, so it was kind of a mission. And the back I cracked, so I'm going to order that on eBay. I'm not even going to put it, I'm not going to press it back in place. I'm just going to overlay it for now and put some tape around the edge just to hold it in place until the other one comes in, so that I don't scratch the inside of that. I hope this video was some help to you if you are going through the same thing and maybe you don't have insurance. I have insurance, but I decided to fix it myself because I didn't want to lose the phone. I want to get the video that I have in there. I have a couple builds in there, but now I can get to it. And it's a lot cheaper to do it yourself. Just run the risk of breaking something. If you have insurance, you pay, or you pay the deductible. It's $175 in my case. I don't know what kind of insurance you got, but it was cheaper to fix it than to get the insurance to do it. So I hope this is of some help to you, and if you like, subscribe, hit the thumbs up if you like, or thumbs down. I hope you hit thumbs up though, and we'll see you in the next video. Thank you.